Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you exactly how to fully customize your Samsung Galaxy A36. Let's begin! Let's start with the most important thing one can change about its phone, and it's simply the color palette and also dark or light mode. We can easily change those if we go to settings, and if we scroll down a little, and then go to display. In display right here at the top we have the most important choice we can do. Do you choose the light mode or the dark mode? Many people say that dark mode is better because it's more, I don't know, friendly for eyes while using your phone at night or whatever. It is a fact that the dark mode will waste less of your battery, since OLED screens don't require as much energy to display darker pixels than they do to display brighter ones, but it is entirely your choice. I will stay in the light mode for the purpose of this video. And then we can go back from display to wallpaper and style, and here we have the color palette. So we can enable the color palette. We can also enable the option to apply it to the app icons, and we can basically choose whatever you want. I really like the green color, so I will set it to green. And now I will hit apply, and as you can see, every single interactive button, every single toggle, basically everything is now green. So if we go here, you can see that our icons are green, and we can go to the settings, and we'll see that our options, for example in the lock screen AOD, are also green, which is really cool. Anyway, speaking of lock screen, you can also customize it. Currently, if we go to the lock screen, we'll see that really nothing is there and it's completely black. We'll change the wallpapers in a moment, but first I want to show you the way that you can customize your lock screen. So we can go to our lock screen, we can press and hold our finger, and now we are inside the edit mode. Here we have few things to change. The very first one is obviously the clock. We can click the clock, and in the clock we can change its thin and boldness if the current font supports it. We can also change the style, so we can make a clock that looks like this, or like this, or like this, and we even have some more fancy ones like this one, or this one. I will stay with this basic though, since it is pretty cool, and I believe that we can also increase the size of it if we want to, and if we need to, though it is a little bit too big, okay? So let's shrink it down. We can also extend this information once again. We can show weather information if we want to, it is really helpful, and we can also switch that we want to show date above the clock, not below it. I will go to the font and color. We can basically try to change the colors, so I will go with this gradient here, or with something like this, or we can go to the color picker and go with full green. Hell yeah, let's hit done, and we have our full green. Let's make the whole phone green, shall we? Of course I'm joking, but I really like color green. Anyway, we can go down now, and now we can add widgets to our lock screen. So for example, I will scroll down, and I like to add myself a reminder widget, since I tend to forget about many things. So now I can, for example, go to the category, and as you can see, they are added right here. So currently we have two reminders, they are both the same, so we can remove one of them, and one will do enough. Of course, we can also go and add something different. So for example, we can go to our calendar, and here we can also get a reminder, but this time of upcoming events, just like that. So it is incredibly useful. Lastly, about the lock screen itself, we can change the shortcuts we can see at the left and right bottom corner. So we can go to the phone icon, we can disable the shortcut completely so it won't be visible, or we can enable a completely different one. I really like to add a torch, back to my lock screen, since it is incredibly convenient to just have it right at the tip of your fingerprints. And for the right, I will disable the shortcut completely. So now we can go to done, and it is done, and the lock screen is completely customized, though there is still a lot to do, especially considering that our wallpaper is still completely black. So let's change it. There are a couple of ways in which we can change our wallpaper, and probably the most convenient one is going through the theme store. So we can go to the settings, we can leave the lock screen now, and well, maybe before theme store, let's go to wallpaper and style. In here we can basically change whatever we like, so we can click a very specific wallpaper, for example this one. And this is of course the lock screen one, we've been here a moment ago, and here we can change the wallpaper of our lock screen. Obviously we have a few things to choose from that are built in, but I will show you how to enable dynamic lock screen, which is incredibly useful and maybe not useful, okay. Maybe it's more of like a fun fact, but maybe you do want a dynamic lock screen. So we can scroll all the way down and go to dynamic lock screen. In here I want to basically download a gallery of videos, a gallery of photos, and we can use in order to have them showing up on our lock screen. I will go to art because I really like art, and I might go with landscapes since I really like both of these. So now we wait for them to download, and we wait for a little longer, and everything is done. Now if we go back to the lock screen, we'll see that each time we open it, we'll have a different lock screen, which is really cool. But now let's go through the themes. In order to use Theme Store, you do need to have a Samsung account. If you don't have one, you can easily just create one for free, but you need to have it, unfortunately, otherwise you won't be able to use the Theme Store. So we can scroll down, we can go to the themes, and oh, there's been an update. So let me just quickly update the application. And yeah, update is done. Okay, so now we can go back to the themes. And here we have few things. The very first one is we want to decide if we want to change only wallpaper, the icons, or everything. I'm going to basically speedrun this and go through changing everything. So I want to go to the themes, then you want to switch from featured to the top, and switch it from all to free. This way we'll see every single free option that there is on current theme store. So you can scroll down and you can basically search for something cool. There are some Minecraft ones, interesting. I will go with this one since it's looking pretty cool. And I don't think it's animated, but it's still looking pretty cool. So let's hit download, and then let's hit apply. Now our new theme will get applied everywhere on our phone, and everything will be changed, including the icons, the wallpaper, the lock screen, everything. So as you can see now we have this. Oh, maybe it's okay, it's not animated, but it's still looking pretty cool. And as you can see, some of the icons have a custom look to them now, and those who don't are now they have a little border around them, which is also pretty cool. Oh, I didn't want to. I have no idea what this application is, to be honest. I randomly clicked on it, never mind. But yeah, going back to the topic of the video, we have successfully used a theme now, and everything is now changed. As you can see, the colors that we previously set are now gone. But there is also one last thing, and it's to just simply use your custom wallpapers. In order to download wallpapers, all we need to do is just go to the web, basically. Want to search for something like, I don't know, our favorite game, phone wallpaper, all of that. It's incredibly easy and you will get a hang of it eventually. But I'm not going to show you how to use internet. Instead, I will just go through the process because if we go to our gallery, we'll see that we already have a nice wallpaper. It's this little cat. Like, well, look at it. Isn't he cute? Yeah, he's good. He's good. But we can press 3 dots in the top right corner, and basically we can click Set as Wallpaper. And here we have few different options. I will now show you some nice effects that we can do to make our wallpaper and basically our whole phone nice. So let's start with home screen. We want to basically center it, so the cat will be in the center, just like that. You can also fix it a little. Now we can go through the frame here, and we can set it to frame. As you can see, it will automatically cut out our little cat here, and its head will be visible outside the frame. Maybe you do want these effects since they tend to be pretty funny. But yeah, I will disable the frame though, since I don't like the frame that much. But instead we can go to the effects. And in the effect we can set a few different things. As you can see, we have normal, we have the blurred version, we have blurred background, grayscale background, custom background color, dark background, ink drawing background, pastel background, or all paint background. All of these are pretty cool, but we'll go with something very simple. We'll just do a normal original one. So let's go and hit apply. Let's hit done. And now let's go back to the set as wallpaper, but now we want to choose lock screen. We want to center it just like we did before. And in the effect we want to basically set blur. Of course you can set whatever you like. I just think that me personally, I really like this effect. It's incredibly simple, incredibly easy to do, and it's looking pretty cool because now if we go to our lock screen, it's blurred, but if we unlock our phone, it's not blurred anymore, which makes a great effect for us to use and maybe flex a little. Lastly, we have a simple cleanup of our home screen here. In order to do whatever you like, you can just press and hold your finger. Now you can move around some applications or whole screens. We can add more widgets, but I will basically delete stuff that we don't want to. So hitting remove, it doesn't really uninstall it from the phone, it just removes it from your... We didn't want to do that, I'm sorry. Let's try to remove it, just like that. Let's hit remove, and now our cat is visible. And if you want to, we can also change the grid of our folder. We can do that by going to settings, by going to the home screen, and here we have home screen grid. As you can see, you can set it to 5x6 instead of 4x6. Though I like my icons big and strong, so I will leave them as 4x6. Let's hit cancel, so we don't do any changes. Of course, we can also enable or disable app labels or widget labels. So if we don't want labels to be visible, they are now no longer visible. So we have no idea this is indeed a Play Store. But yeah, I do think it's all for this video. If you found it helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.